Let's go. We got a bit of a switcheroo. Looks like Hans is out and Waxman is in. Now, according to Waxman himself, he is not the highest MMR and he sits out for these high stakes games. So it looks like they've they had a bit of a fun time just crushing their opponents in the previous game, and they're like, you know what, we'll sub in the other guy. I don't know how this is gonna pan out for them. I mean, the rest of Team 7 just looks so solid.
Waxman was here casting.
Yeah.
So he has some sort of advantage going into this game because he knows how they play.
I'm getting played.
So it's going to be a bit unfair, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know whether it's unfair because, I mean, we all watched the same game, right? I mean, he just maybe had a different perspective of it.
Yes, yes.
It's okay. Straight into the draft, Team 7 versus Dingleberries. I understand Team 7 are the team to beat in this league. Looking very strong, and I mean, it's making a lot of sense, right? Bear Shark showing himself to be a very strong mid laner. And their drafting was on point as well. I really like the picks coming out from them. So, we shall see whether any adaptations coming out or whether similar bans. Previously, it was Rubik as well as the Earth Spirit. And Team 7, they banned out Medusa Terrorblade. So, some similar ones in the starting, but variation already in the Monkey King. I mean, this is just a Bear Shark respect ban if I'm not wrong. I mean, they put it on Hans the previous game, but I think Waxman was telling me all about it, how this Monkey King is a favorite of Bear Sharks.
I can like hear it twice.
Yeah, you gotta go to the settings and press mute co-broadcasters, brother.
Oh, this is settings. With settings.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so go audio settings. Make sure you're open mic in team. Yeah, mute co-broadcasters. You should only hear me once now. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Dingleberries already using some reserve time in the first pick. Looks like they're not too clear on the direction they want to go.
Using 2 bans for cores, so that seems like those 2 carries are just like they're afraid of them.
Yeah.
Sound like respect bans or just like heroes they don't want to play against. Fair enough.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Dire team pick.
Oh, Hoodwink.
For Dingleberries?
Okay. Oh, and Earth Spirit immediately.
Earth Spirit?
Underlord. Oh, this is gonna be disgusting. Okay.
Underlord as it is really broken in 7.33.
Okay.
Would love to see an Underlord game.
Okay, wait. Before you carry on, I mean, I know Underlord's broken. I know this man has been tearing up and terrorizing the competitive scene. First pick, first ban. And if it's let through, it's just been absolutely dominant. What, in your opinion, is the strength of Underlord this patch? What makes him so broken?
I think the Crimson Guard buff really works with Underlord a lot. He has the Atrophy Aura. And
Yeah.
if you give him the Crimson Guard on top of that, he's basically invincible to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely felt that way. I mean, every single auto attack you throw at him, he just shrugs off like the beast that he is. Earth Spirit coming through as well. Already a nice little bit of disruption between the Earth Spirit's entire kit as well as the pit. Earth Spirit was told to me to be a specialty of Bear Sharks in the mid lane. So it's banned out in game number 1, but now that it's been let through, they snatched that right up.
Would love to see a Earth Spirit mid. I don't think I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
And in DPC as well. Like no
it's really a specialty thing, huh? Like it's a select few players that really shine on it.
Yes.
And I mean,
the last time I saw it in DPC was Sumail playing it.
Yeah, I remember Thompson, I think, is what I remember. Well, with that being said though, picking Earth Spirit mid as a first pick is really a big, bold move, right? You're thinking about Earth Spirit. Yeah, he can do very well in the mid lane, but I would assume it's one of those titular heroes that does face its fair share of counters as well. Sansa Hoodwink likely gonna be the support duo.
Okay, I don't know how you feel this from the side of Dingleberries, but you have exposed both of your supports now. One of them has a big ulti. Makes it kind of easier for Team 7 to adapt around it. Like they can just like play around the global now by picking heroes like that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how
5
this
seconds
decision
remaining.
goes. Also, to note, they use a lot of reserve time on the side of Dingle.
Yeah, it feels like Dingleberries,
Bad dudes banning
they might not be too clear on what exactly they're trying to do here. Sansa Hoodwink took them almost 2.5 minutes to pick. And
Clear Bloodseeker ban from the side of Team 7.
Yep. Makes sense here. Can sustain up in lane against the Underlord with that thirst and can really make Earth Spirit's life hell with the Rupture.
Yes, precisely. So good foresight from Team 7.
Mm-hmm.
Dingleberries
5
might be
seconds
really in
remaining.
trouble, to be honest, because they don't.
Yeah,
have
right.
Like, you have to
Dude's banning
not
someone
spend
now.
too much time on your ban, sir. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah,
Let's
that.
see.
I don't know.
The
I'm
life
feeling.
stealer ban coming out from Dingleberries.
I'm not-
Interesting.
I'm not feeling the most confident. Like I don't. I get what they're trying to like. They're thinking, okay, you know, Ursa is a hero we can't really deal with. Maybe they're trying to protect a specific offlaner they're about to pick. But like,
5 seconds remaining.
it just doesn't inspire a lot of confidence at the moment. Like you said, they picked the Sansa bright and early, which means that Team 7, they already have a always on hero like Earth Spirit, right? Yeah, sure. You roll in one time, they global, okay, you back up. And then you just go again as soon as that's done. And they can just continue picking heroes in that fashion, and it's gonna be really tough for Dingleberries to ward off.
That is very true. The way they have drafted on the side of Team 7 with the first 2 picks, they just want to go in, right?
Yeah,
Or
that,
Spirit, who can just like push back
5
into
seconds
Underlord's pit.
remaining.
And Underlord's pit is like your curse. Like you can just like get stuck in it over and over again with the Earth
Yeah.
Spirit slows
Dire
and
team
his stuns
ban.
and stuff.
yeah.
So I hope Dingleberries see that and
Dire
pick
team
something
pick.
which can like just help them sustain. Omni Knight is looking like a really good pick for them if they want to play the Omni 3. It's really popular nowadays. Like everyone's doing the Harpoon build. You can also
Oh, really?
yes.
Okay. I don't know if it are you worried about the damage at all? Because right now you're staring down 2 very, very tanky heroes between the Earth Spirit and Underlord. I'm wondering whether the side of Dingleberries have enough to cut through that thickness. We already talked about Underlord being impervious to physical damage. One pipe and this man is not gonna be threatened at all.
Yes, that is a really big issue. I completely agree with you. Like both of these heroes can turn out to be very tanky. Earthspirit is a strength hero, and Lord is as well. So they might have to pick a mid hero which has a lot of burst. A clear pick from this can be Voicespirit, but Voicespirit not really good into the Underlord.
Yeah.
What they think though.
It's a bit of a tricky situation, right? Because a lot of these more traditionally elusive heroes that might pair out well with Hoodwink and Silencer, you know, you go in with the Void Spirit, Storm Spirit, Ember, that kind of thing, and then you try and chain people up for the follow-up. They don't really like playing against the pit. They don't really like playing against the silence coming out from the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, exactly. One route, you can just get chain silenced by the Earth Spirit, and pretty much you're done then. So they'll have to really play clear for this game and draft accordingly. We see the Doom coming up from Dingleberries.
Yeah.
I like this pick. Doom is a pretty good pick.
Yeah, agreed.
Farm Accelerator, he can like make farm out of nowhere,
Yeah.
as we saw in game 1.
Yeah, I literally out of nowhere, this man was spouting gold out of his ass. It wasn't even funny. Like, he was so farmed. I don't even know where he got his items from. And one important thing to note as well is Infernal Blade with the max HP damage can really tear into the Earth Spirit and the Underlord. So a decent amount of damage and nice bit of scaling, right? You're talking about Doom being a strong hero. Yeah, he can basically single someone out. Just one Doom on the Earth Spirit, no save at the moment, means that guy's gonna suffer. And ooh.
For Bristleback pick, okay, they have damage now.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they heard us or something. We were like, yo, where's your damage? And they picked up 2 heroes that can bring that.
Please stop stream sniping, guys.
Yeah,
Please.
it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Dingleberries, I know you guys are 1 game down. Not cool. But all jokes aside, I'm a little worried about this Bristleback because there is a lot of gating potential, right? They have the pit, they have the slows, they have the disruptor with the glimpse and the kinetic field. Bristleback, you know, you can buy a BKB, but it's a bit uncomfortable to get that anywhere in your item trajectory. You want to buff yourself out with health, you want to buff yourself out with spell lifesteal and resistances. I'm wondering.
As I said, they showed their 2 supports,
Yeah.
squishy ones, at the front of the draft. So the main problem that lies now, they actually wanted a frontliner like Bristleback. So
Yeah.
you've got that. But thing is, you still can just like the Underlord gate, and you can just basically just like TP behind the supports and just like kill them. That is a big deal. And the Earth Spirit can actually just like single out the supports himself. So you might just be like hiding this Bristleback and just like killing everyone else, and then killing the Bristleback. So that is a pretty big deal.
I mean,
You have to
speaking
start
of,
big.
speaking of
exactly
killing the
does that.
Bristleback.
Yes, he's exactly. The Slark is just going to make ads and just going to
Bad
eliminate the
dude's
supports
banning
first.
someone now.
But you definitely need some sort of like backline defense on the side of Dingleberries. Their backline is too open right now.
No, you see, you say you need backline defense, right? But now I'm just worried because I don't know how they're gonna catch people. They're relying fully on the Doom to maybe get like a 5-man Hoofstorm, and then the Hoodwink follows up. But what other catch potential do you have? You're just hoping the Bristleback and the Silencer can help out with their slows and close the distance. But we know Slark, he's just gonna shrug that off. Earthspirit can just roll away, you know, it ain't no thing. I'm just worried because it feels like Dingleberries, it's looking a lot more robust than in the first phase, but I'm worried because I don't think they have enough tools at their disposal to get the game going. I feel like they've indexed into some ideas which aren't necessarily bad, but they might fall into the same trap as the previous game where they just didn't have heroes who could go the distance and make those pickoffs happen, right? They couldn't find any sort of kills on the map, they couldn't find action, and they just slowly fell behind.
Yeah, I completely agree. Dingleberry is really liking the side of team fight. You have one Doom, you have Global Silence, but those really don't come together, right? Like, you can't just like Doom and just like Global Silence at the same time. It really doesn't synergize well. You really need some team fight hero on your last pick,
Yeah.
and you don't really have a lot of time to think about that. So we'll see what Dingleberry's pick. Also,
Yeah,
the start pick is really keen because Dark versus BB is kind of good for BB on the start because BB can just like quill spray away. And
Yeah.
and you can't dispel it on the side of Dark. The
Oh.
Storm Spirit. This is very interesting.
This is ballsy against a Pit, Disruptor, and Earth Spirit. You're going all in on this one. I'm gonna say though.
I don't think this is a good pick as per se. There might be better picks, but they don't have a lot of time, so you have to just like pick whatever you are comfortable with.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is the best case scenario. You know, you can't. I think you're at the point in the draft where you've put yourself in a bit of a tough situation. You can't afford to just kind of cower, right? You need to just grab the game by the balls and really run with it. Storm Spirit is exactly that hero. Can definitely get off to a rolling start. The backup suddenly makes a lot more sense now because Storm zip in. That's the Hoodwink setup. Storm zip in. That's the setup. If they respond, the Doom can get the Stomp. It's nice, right? And with the way the Storm wants to approach the fight, it's never going to be as linear. So that's going to leave the Disruptor and the Underlord with a bit more hesitance with where they want to place their spells. You can't just throw it out willy-nilly because Storm can zip in and finish you off. So I like this a lot.
There's a lot of responsibility on the Doom to just like land good Dooms.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they don't have any other disables as per se other than Global because Doom is a big ult, right? Other than
Yeah.
that, you have no big team fight ults.
Oh.
The Neeks pick, they might have the Neeks pick is actually super good into the Storm pick.
Oh, I think this is so good. Nyx just gets free Quill Spray, Vendetta. No, sorry, not Vendetta. Quill Spray, Spike Carapace. You know, your Scorcher, Spike Carapace. Silencer, he has a lot of in for you to Mind Flare. Same situation as Storm Spirit. These are heroes that don't boast the highest mana pools. They are going to suffer against this What Can You Do Nyx Assassin. But I don't know if you heard this, but this is something I like to do. I like to assess the hat draft. I like to see which team has good cosmetics here. Mini Hammer is looking really sick on his Bristleback in this game, but I mean, Team 7, they look tight as well with their Earth Spirit and
Mini Hammer
Disruptor.
looks glorious. All those
Yeah.
flames and all that light is like blinding me almost.
Yeah,
So-
but I mean, overall, I think it's pretty even altogether. But draft-wise, do you have anyone that you favor? Because it sounds like Team 7 is the one that kind of came out of the draft on top.
As I said, we were discussing about the Slark versus BB matchup because we knew that they were going to be the carries.
Mm-hmm.
The BB has a good time initially against the Slark, but if the Slark just gets his Ags and the Silver Edge, the BB will have no option but just to flip. I would like Mini Hammer to go the Bloodstone route with this Kaya and Sanch because that is really broken right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see what he does.
Yeah, I'm wondering
I
what
would
the
give this to the side of
Team 7. Yeah.
70 to 30.
Okay.
Like, we'll have to see though.
Aha, 70. I think so too. I have to give it to them, but I do think there's a lot of responsibility on this Storm Spirit and especially on this Underlord and Hoodwink. I think, sorry, not this Underlord and Hoodwink, but the Hoodwink and the Doom. I really think, so I'm not sure how they're going to orientate the lanes because previously, Hotshot Nidalee was the one playing the Spectre in the safe lane and Mini Hammer was the one playing the LC off lane. So I don't know whether they're sticking to their roles or whether they're switching things up, but whoever's up against the Slark needs to put in work with Autospotter. They need to hammer this guy back so he can't just run away with the mid game. Because if he's put behind, suddenly Teddy becomes a very, very big threat for this Slark. If he finds him anywhere on the map, suddenly this team can get rolling. But if not, I mean, I don't know what they can do with it. It's scary
Yeah,
for sure.
I completely agree with you. I think the Slark is really good for their draft because they have a lot of hold, and the Slark just likes to go in and go out with his bounces and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think if on the side of Dingleberries, you still have hope because you have Doom, right? If
Yeah.
you are able to Doom the Slark and just eliminate him from the fights, you have essentially just like all of their sustained damage is gone. So I would really like to see some good Dooms on the Slark this game.
Yeah, you really, really have to because there's nothing else that's gonna hold him back. It's so hard to deal with Slark as a silencer. I've been in that position. You don't know when to global because you don't know when he's pumping up that dark pack, right? And even after he dark packs, he might not. You know, Slarks are very, very good at covering their tracks. They'll pump the dark pack and immediately pop that out. So even if you have him global silence, you can't hit him.
Yes, precisely, exactly. But I think it will be a lot of pressure on the Doom as well as the Silencer to just like hold down the team fights with his global silence. Let's see how he does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a little bit concerned
Tips
because
coming out already.
Yeah.
Maybe something from last game.
they're really just spamming Teddy with the tips. I mean, this guy didn't really have the best time on the Wind Ranger, and this is a level 30 showdown, right? Level 30 Storm Spirit versus level 30 Bear Shark Earth Spirit. Battle of the
very
brothers here. I want to see who comes out on top, because this is definitely ego pick. You had the last pick, you chose this for yourself. You're saying, I don't care your root, I don't care your silence. I'm gonna tear up the game anyway. And another
It all
level 1
comes
smoke.
down to how well you can play the hero.
Uh-oh. Another level 1 smoke. Uh-oh, hot shot. In some trouble. Oh, the pounce actually connects. He's gonna go down.
They
This
are really
is-
low, though. They could actually fight him.
Mini hammer. He's starting to spray away. Waxman in some trouble. He's just gonna go down. What? I don't know if that was worth it. Nice double impale again from What Can You Do. This man was on a mission last game with those Star Storms. He's gonna repeat that performance on the next, but I don't think they would have liked to
Not
lose.
really sad on the
Yeah.
blueberries.
Waxman going down is a little bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Team 7 did get the first blood, but you did get one back. It's all even.
Mm-hmm.
And the first blood went to Bearshak though, so he has a lead on the side of mid
The
now.
battle
Yeah.
begins.
It would be really interesting to see the matchup between the Bearshak and Teddy now.
You know what I'm
I'm
feeling?
really interested.
So I don't know when you started playing Dota. I don't know if you were around for when Sumail was at TI.
Yes.
But this is giving me some Sumail at TI vibes. This is gonna give me some 5 tips to start the game. Teddy's on the back foot with a first blood in the mid. He's up against a signature Bear Shark Earth Spirit. This is gonna be the one where he brings it back. I can feel it. I've got a feeling. I mean, if Teddy wants to show up any game, this is gonna be the one, right?
Just to answer your question, Perma, I have been playing Dota since 2014, so I'm a
Nice,
myself.
nice. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
And King had a very
You see
successful
Techno Viking
time.
and what can you do? Just like trade?
Yeah, they have no choice. They have to, because they can't really walk up to this lane. They need to try and keep each other away. I mean, more than anything, I think what can you do is trying to get Techno Vikings' attention, because it's a lot of pressure coming out. Nicely done. Gonna block out that small cam, not allowing for the pull to go off.
Oh, the pushback, Earthsplit pushback Teddy
Oh.
into the tower.
It doesn't
They're kinda
matter.
evenly trading now.
Yeah.
Good recovery from Teddy after even though he got first blooded on.
Yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, I think Teddy, this Earth Spirit is really, really strong in the mid lane, sure, but Storm historically has always been very good against these melee heroes in the mid lane, right? With that Static Remnant being able to just zone you out, there's not much you can do. I mean, Teddy just needs to be a bit more careful about those boulder smashers, because those are coming with the last hits. You need to keep out of the way. If not, that's just free damage.
I think if you're playing Storm Spirit right now on Teddy, you just want to reach 6 as soon as possible and just like help your side lanes as much as you can.
I mean, it's all going to come down to the rotations at level 6, like you said, right? Because, maybe not really what he wanted. The double D ward. He doesn't get the Observer as well, so bit of a wasted sentry there, but I'm just a little bit worried, because let's say Teddy does commit a rotation, it's not so hard for Bear Shark to just mirror that and punish him.
Exactly. That's really true as well.
They need to make sure their wards are up on the side lanes to just make sure they're not susceptible to any of these rotations, right? They don't want to give any of these spirits a rolling start.
If you see the last hits right now, bro, Deadshark and Teddy are
Yeah, dead even.
they're competing for every last hit they can.
Yeah. This is what we were
Really
talking
good
about.
showing from both the spirits.
Yeah. They're on the level 30 heroes, man. You expect nothing less in this case, and I fully expect them to be the ones dictating the tempo. Teddy, he's caught on to the little trick Bear Shark. Always with the roller smashers, dodges out of the way, avoiding that harass, not too bad. Now, a bit more of a quiet early game compared to last game. Last game we had action left, right, center. But Hotshot actually playing that Doom in the carry. So we saw it. We thought it'd be I personally thought it'd be as a bristleback carry.
Yeah,
but
same, exactly.
yeah, but it's gonna be the Doom instead. What do you think about this role assignment here?
I really love the Doom carry. I played myself.
Okay.
I think it has really good potential. I think in fights or in just games where you really can't get farm yourself, it just creates farm on its own, man. Like your Devour is like so good. 200 bonus gold like every minute is basically a Midas, but way better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Doom has always been highly prized because of that ramp potential that he inherently has. Now, I mean, one of the key things that we usually see with a Doom carry is that there's another true carry, right? Whether that's from the mid lane or whether that's from the off lane. In this game, we're going to have our eyes on Mini Hammer, right? This guy is going to try and ramp up and be that heavy physical damage dealer for the squad because Doom, he's more like playing disruption, playing that front line, just really getting in the way of opponents, just singling them out of the fight. It's not really a hero you think about in terms of, oh, overwhelming physical damage, he's going to crush him.
Of course, we can see Bristleback is having a worse lane than the Slack here.
Mhm.
Because the creep equilibrium really hasn't been in his favor. That is to be expected because they have a Disruptor. So let's hope Bristleback has a good game and see a long game.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad. He does have a pretty big wave coming into him, but he's actually inching forward. They have the glimpse, a bit of a short one, Karma.
But you can't dispel the quills, sir. You can't
Yeah,
really do that.
Waxman.
Then
He's
you're
used the
chased out.
lead. He's gonna be in a bit of trouble.
Actually, in a bit of trouble.
Uh-oh. Oh, the bushwhack.
Might be going down here.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
A big mistake from Waxman. You can't be giving Mini Hammer these kills, man.
Especially when you had such a good lane. You don't
Yeah.
want to take that advantage away. Oh, you can see Bershak was kind of low. Teddy was kind of wanting to dive there.
Yeah. He's gonna go for more Mini Hammer, forcing the glimpse out from Karma.
Nice, well done, nicely done.
And what can you
No,
do?
we instantly the set, the start was really out of position. As I said, the BB will have a really good early game because you can't dispel the quills, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So the Slark will have something to note now. Hopefully he doesn't do it again.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, the Bristleback has his Vanguard. You don't do damage to him anymore.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wonderful bushwhack there. And this is what we talked about, right? We literally said this, we are like, okay, at this point in time, there's only one task. This offlane needs to smash this Slark to bits. That's the only way that Teddy finds easy pickings on these calls because the Bear Shark Earth Spirit is going to ramp up in a big way. The Doom, I mean, the Underlaw is not going to be an easy kill as well. This is really your only target to bully, and Waxman, he's put himself in a very precarious position now.
I would like to take your attention to
Yeah.
Teddy is 6'9" and Bershak is 6 as well.
Yeah.
Let's see how they cope with this.
This is this is scary. Teddy is like pretty low HP. If he's not careful, he can just fall prey to Bear Shark with that Magnetize.
Order is coming top for the rune.
Okay?
So hopefully, oh, it's a one rune. They can
Oh,
go for Bershak now.
yeah.
Bershak might be in trouble if Order tries to continue.
Yeah,
They're
they don't
thinking
wanna risk it though because Teddy, I mean, he does have that rune, but wasn't the highest on resources, and I mean, there's nothing really stopping Bear Shark from rolling away, right? Very tanky, 1000 HP already, so nothing to be found there. But
Okay, cautious
Ace rune
enough. They don't want to like throw away the lead that they have. Fair enough.
coming bot though. I mean, I say that, but Teddy doesn't seem to be able to decide where he wants to go. Kind of similar situation to the last game, right? He tried to make a move at bot, didn't really find it. Excuse me, and then just kind of waddles back mid. Now Bear Shark, his turn to try and look for some action here. Has a ward available, thinks about it. And both of these mid laners just a little bit indecisive. Not sure whether they want to commit the full walk down because it's like what we said, right? They can.
Mini Hammer wants to dive top though.
Oh,
Dark
Mini
Path
Hammer.
has been boosted, and
Uh-oh.
he has pounced away.
Uh-oh.
He might
Oh,
get-
the
Mini
block.
Hammer gets stuck with the
Quelling
boost.
Blade in the backpack. You have a tango, but didn't use it, and that's gonna be the end of that aggression.
Please get your Quelling Blade out, sir. Please.
Yeah,
You
sir,
know
please,
what it is.
sir. This is not an item that belongs in your pocket.
Yeah, it's really good when Valve is kind of.
Storm Spirit coming top. Glimpse not in time, not enough, and gotta send Teddy back. But now Waxman in some trouble. The Dark Pack.
Might be going. Oh, he tries to TP. Did he please land the bushback? Oh, no
Very
mana
heads up.
on Order.
Heads up play
Oh,
there.
That was really sad. That kill would have like gotten Mini Hammer is 6, and yeah, he would have like streamrolled them. Really
Yeah.
was showing from the BB.
Yeah, I mean, he's just allowing this siege creep to just hit away, right? The tower already a third HP left. And the whole time, Hotshot in Italy is just holding his own in this bot side, almost towards the Midas already. Relatively
Yeah,
unpressured.
He has not been having that hard of lane. I mean,
Yeah.
you get you've been denied 14 times, but that's to be expected, right? It's an underlord. So
Yeah.
like, really good showing from Hotshot though. It's
No.
not that bad.
Techno Viking. Techno Viking. Whoa, the doubling back there. Bit of a scary situation, but I mean, you take a look at the net worth of the Doom comparatively to how much last hits that he has, right? It's not that bad. It's really not that bad just because of the Devour. Ooh, the Impale slightly off the mark.
Bershak is going what? For
Yeah.
rotation.
I mean, they're going in, the roll through, hot shot immediately, and there's the magnetize. Misses onto Techno Viking though, and Storm is here. Storm's gonna finish off. What can you do? Nothing left from the Nyx, and now Bear Shark does finish off the kill on the silencer, but King in some trouble. Doom lives for a long while, but Bear Shark still magnetizing, still throwing out the rocks. And Mini Hammer, he's gonna roll away. He'll be just fine.
Oh,
Has another roll for 4. Can they find him though? No mana on Teddy. Trying to jump forward. No Vortex and another roll. Bear Shark is out. So as the
That was
dust
very
settles,
sad.
yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. You would love to get that Bear Shark kill, but he's gonna be able to get out of that.
Really good reactions from the side of Dingleberry. So they see that the Doom is getting dived. It's their pause 1 as per se. So they just send all of their forces, even their pause 3 DB just like rotates to the bottom side. Just
Yeah.
to have a taste of that fresh blood that they want to get the fight.
Yeah, I really like that decision making, right? Because sometimes you see these kind of things happen and you're a bit late on the moves, but reacting in such a decisive manner, the BB had no hesitation, just ran straight bot, got in the thick of things, and that's where he needs to be, right? He needs to be ramping up and applying the pressure. So often we see off laners who have an early lead, just kind of stick up here and don't do much with it, especially in this patch. You can't do that anymore.
Yes, exactly. Really good showing from Mini Hammer that way. We love to see a BB just rotate early on. That being said, Order is getting dived on top. Oh, the glimpse comes out. I think he's dead here.
Oh, perfect bushwhack, setting up on the Karma, and they're just gonna fish him off, forcing them from Waxman, but ooh!
Oh, give the man a tip.
Who?
Give Order a tip.
Dude, who is getting hunted here? Otter baits them out perfectly with that level 3 bushwhack. What a phenomenal
Teddy with the
shot.
perfect zip in.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
nice
well
teamwork
done.
there.
Dingleberries.
We literally said, Dingleberries, your opening in the game is to crush this slug and wax, man. The neck,
I think he has died thrice, right?
he has died a bit too many times, it feels like.
He has died thrice. That
Yeah.
is a lot.
For slug too.
Yes, that's a lot.
Trying to go onto Techno Viking.
Doom is 6, so
Uh-oh.
can actually go for the kill on the underdog. Oh, the
Straight
Doom
out onto the unlock. Another perfect bushwhack. This guy, he doesn't miss.
so good on the hoodwink. This guy is so good.
He first picked this and we were like, hoodwink first pick. But I mean, when you land bushwhacks like that, buddy, we ain't questioning
It all
nothing.
just works out.
Yeah, it
All
really
works.
does. This tower is deniable for Waxman, but it's gonna open up a bit of an awkward situation where the Bristleback can just run him down without relative safety.
Yes, exactly. I hope Mini Hammer does not go for rotations anymore because, as you can see, the Slug wants to farm the lane creeps. He is
Yeah.
a bit behind, so going for the Slug is not really a good jungler anyways. I mean, you have the Dark Pack, but you really don't want a jungler, right? You want to take the lane creeps. And I really hope Mini Hammer stays in the lane just to deny him all the creeps that he can get. The sheer presence of Mini Hammer in the lane will deny the Slug being there because he will be so scared of the threat right now.
Oh, Teddy! He didn't time that ball lightning properly and now he might suffer for it.
He might be going down here.
I think he's gone. He's dead.
Oh, he gives away the dominance when you speak to King as well.
Oh, but Bear Shark
Oh, yeah.
gonna run in. I don't know whether he dies for this.
He's TPing
The
away
TP?
though. Oh, really
He's
nice.
fine. Wow, Bear Shark.
Good job, really good job.
I mean, that was a 4-man commitment in the mid lane to get 2, so not too bad to get up that dominating kill onto Teddy, but still, once again, they're losing their slot in the top side. You know, this is not good news.
This is not good at all. The Slark needs to. I think he might just need to fuck off to the jungle now.
Yeah.
He can't just like take the lane anymore.
You gotta stop doing this shit to yourself, man.
Dire's
Yeah.
top tower is under attack.
I mean, it's a really good start game, but you gotta hit your item timing. Like Maxman decides to TP top in front of Mini Hammer again. this is
Yeah.
he might not have learned his lesson already. This is really unfortunate.
Okay, looks like they're trying to make a move of the hot shot though. Their own position 1 is suffering and they want to make their opponents suffer as well. Midas completed. Ogre,
Come
Axe.
back. Mini Hammer is keeping. If he gets
He
hit by-
literally is full HP. This guy doesn't even give a shit.
Yeah, the ice armor is really helping him as well. So good creep selection from his side.
Oh, he's just running down Karma. And now Mini Hammer. Oh, perfect bushwhack again. Mini Hammer, they don't have the damage for it. They have that mech though, gonna keep the Nyx Assassin alive. Another roll forward. That Spirit Vessel doing its work, but Bear Shark might be in some trouble. Has to roll away. What can he do? Trying to inch forward. He doesn't know if they have vision though. He needs to be careful here.
Right now, they can. They have Doom back up. And
Yeah.
they have all of their forces here. They can just like kill 2 and just like take the turret if they want to.
Oh. Mini Hammer might need to be careful though. He has to back out
Teddy's
Teddy.
there as well.
Yeah, but they see him. What can you do?
He's
Giving that
such a
vision.
Good job of scouting out everything.
Straight on to King. The pit in place. Can they respond here? Karma, not level 6 just yet. What can you do? They want to kill Mini Hammer and they're gonna get him. That's gonna be that Bristleback down, but immediately doomed out. Bear Shark. He's gonna have to run away. Karma gonna go down to that Scorched Earth. So 3 for 1 at the moment. As here comes the Storm, still running forward, slightly off the mark, looking for Bear Shark. Oh, he's gonna get it.
Oh my god, 4 kills from side of Dingle Berries. They're having their time of their life.
Okay, what did I tell you? You know, this is some Sumail shit right here.
This is really some Sumail
Dire
shit, but
structures
you really,
are
really.
fortified.
I mean,
Yeah.
I told you, we talked about this, I really said this. Doom can actually fight this because the Doom was back up and
Yeah.
they decided to do that. Really good call on side of Doom. Really nice fights.
I mean, this is something that was a problem that we mentioned in the earlier draft, right? We said, okay, you know, you're picking Doom, you're picking Global Silencer. These are very, very high cooldown ultimates. If you just keep those in mind, every single time they're down, you can fight. But it feels like Team 7, they didn't have their finger on the pulse on that one. And they just weren't respecting the Doom cooldown, coming off cooldown, and they just got that fight completely
punished
ruined.
hard for it.
Yeah.
Are fortified.
I mean, the Analog seems to be a bit back now. He doesn't have his waves. Analog should have his waves by like 12-13 minutes, especially if it's like...
Oh, they messed up. I think he's fine here. The jump in. Oh, he's there. The shot. What can you do? No chance. Global silence. Karma saved by that mech. Nicely done. No mana on this Storm Spirit. They need to arcane him and they need to arcane him now. Jumping forward. The last touch. It's enough and it's going to save Teddy as well.
Really good kill.
They're running out the King too.
From the Doom, it's like really showing off.
Bottom tower
Yeah.
This is really good on the side of Dingleberries. I think they just want to fight. Maybe
Yeah.
going in again.
Bear Shark though, rolling in. That's a huge magnetize. That's a lot of damage coming through. Waxman is here too. Techno Viking jumping forward though. Bear Shark is just there. They get Techno Viking to start. Now Teddy has that ice armor. The damage is enough. That's pretty nice for Waxman. The Bushwhack slightly off the mark. Nicely dodged. Now Mini Hammer trying to still do damage, but needs to be careful. Waxman, the pounce out. But that's a lot of damage. And now Waxman, he's gonna go down to those quills. You need a glimpse this man. Where did you... Karma! Karma, what are you doing? Oh no, he missed his chance of getting the Mini Hammer kill. This Bristleback, he's just gonna scurry away. A big mistake there from Karma, not just instantly glimpsing, and they're trying to cut them off here. They see them, the roll through, slightly off the mark. Otter Spotter dodging through to the tree lines. Another roll, gonna find him just in time. Excellently done. Yeah.
I mean, Mini Hammer is having the time of his life. You
Yeah.
know? The Vanguard is really paying off in this fight. He's just going in and nobody is able to kill him.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
What do you think is going to be a really key timing for the side of Team 7 so that they can win these fights?
I think they need to just chill. I mean, this Slark, he kind of went in with his Diffusal Blade, but he's the pause one with a Diffusal Blade at like 16 minutes. Bear Shark, I think you just need to smoke up and try and make moves happen with your Nyx, right? I feel like a lot of the times you're just playing into Dingleberry's hands. They're running up in a ball, but you're running straight into that ball. I understand Bear Shark wants to get the team fight, but this isn't the move. You want to avoid this Bristleback as much as possible.
I completely agree with you. You can see Waxman is just tired of he's queuing up silver and
Oh no.
that's how much trouble he is.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It could provide useful though. I really hope Mini Hammer goes the Bloodstone build is really broken as well, and in these fights when everyone is throwing out spells on you, the Quill Sprays are just gonna come out naturally because of your passive. So I really hope to see the Bloodstone build on Mini Hammer.
What can you do? Tracking up onto Teddy. Gonna get the setup. They have the roll.
They might kill.
Oh, but the global perfect Bushwhack again, and he's just gonna dash away, dash back in, straight back into the setting. Not where he wanted to be. He's gonna go down. 1 for 1 for now. As Techno Viking gonna get punched up. Mini Hammer starting to do his work, but is it enough? The Bushwhack not gonna land, and now they might be in some trouble. Mini Hammer. Uh-oh. I don't think this is where you wanted to be.
The vessel though, the vessel, the really clutch vessel on Mini Hammer just takes him down.
And hot shot. You don't have your team, buddy. You need to be careful. That ice armor can only keep you alive for so long, but you don't have any health. And Bear Shark fires right back.
They killed 4 on the side of Team 7. They're really happy with this. we see the Earth Spirit coming online in mid-game now. Him just like going in and going out
Yeah.
with the Spirit Vessel. Minihammer can't handle the Spirit Vessel anymore.
Yeah.
Just he can't. In order, I can't commend order enough. He's landing such good bushwhacks. The bushwhack onto 2 there at top was really nice. That's what helped Teddy's like survive in the fight so long.
Yeah, I do think that it's a little bit of a fumble coming out from Dingleberries right now because they're fighting in places they don't have vision. Like they smoked right in the mid lane where the entire Team 7 saw them. What can you do? Brilliant job just following his mark. Tracks down the Storm Spirit. Sure, they don't get the initial kill, but they do end up getting the trade-off altogether, and it's only a 1k gold lead. It's not that significant when you consider there's a Doom, there's a very fed Bristleback. It's not that big of a deal, and net worth-wise, Minihammer isn't actually as farmed as he feels.
Yeah, exactly. Now that you noted out, he is actually the bottom of all the cores of all the teams. So that is a bit of a disappointment. And I think Dingleberries, what they did here, they were on a bit of a high because they were winning all the fights.
Yeah.
You just lose your first fight and you've been winning all those fights. All that gold that you've accumulated from all those fights that you've won goes back to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, Techno Viking, you can't be doing that, buddy. Trying to get a cheeky little D-Ward, but not respecting Bear Shark's initiation range. Speaking of not respecting Bear Shark, in comes the cavalry. Auto Spotter firing off, but it's not good enough. Here comes the BKB, and here comes the Doom. Buyback, Global Silence, they want to take this fight. But Minihammer, he might be in some trouble here. Here comes the Savior, here comes Teddy straight from the skies. In with the Storm, and Waxman going down. The damage is enough. The Impale keeps him alive for now. The Mind Flare as well, but Teddy, he's on fire this fight. The Glimmer Cape, it's not going to keep them alive as Minihammer still up and running. The Bear Shark roll through is there as they're going to take down the Bristleback, take down Techno. That's going to be a dieback on the Silencer. But Hotshot in Italy, where's Teddy? They need him now, but he's out of mana. No more damage to offer up. And as the dust settles, Team 7, they're just fine here. Despite the Silencer buyback, and they might just chase down the Teddy as well. The roll finds its mark, the dash through, but once again, Karma is gaming with these glimpses, and he's not going to let Teddy go. Oh.
Again. You can see the Greaves just coming in real clutch for them.
Yeah.
All of the heroes on the side of Team 7 are really chunky now. You can't just like go on someone and just like expect to kill them.
Yeah.
Hammer is really struggling with the vessel as well. Imagine the Earth Spirit just makes Shiva's guard. Man, you're fucked then. You're really fucked.
I mean, Bear Shark right now, he's eyeing up that BKB. It's going to be a huge thorn in their side so far. The only way they've really stopped him is through that excruciating control being pumped out by the supports. If he gets the BKBs, it's going to be unkillable, like you said, especially if the Greaves and the Pipe, these auras, they go a long way on these tanky cores.
Yeah, exactly as I said. The Dingleberries, they were winning the couple of fights early on, so they had this kind of high that they thought that they could just keep winning fights. And now that they've hit their timings on the side of Team 7, they're just really just punishing them for thinking that way. The Tormentor goes down at what?
Yeah.
Gets the,
that's a really good shot.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah.
The magic resistance is really gonna work out for them as well.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine with the Spirit Vessel, the Bristleback already feels like butter, and then now you have that magic resistance just tearing it apart as well.
Yeah, precisely, man. We have to see. Oh, the Doom.
Oh, he smells something. He smells something.
Oh my god. Like,
I mean, he's got a spot. What can you do now? They know they know the move is encroaching upon them, but can he get out in time? I mean, this Nyx moves real quick.
Trailing the Doom might be leading him to the whole team.
Yeah. I mean, they see the Nyx. They might just go on him. Oh, the Spike Carapace in time. The roll through. Is it going to be enough to save? What can he do? He turns around. Huge Impale onto 3. And that's going to be huge. They start it off. The Global Silence comes out. But the BKB is there. Bear Shark straight onto the back lines. Forcing the BKB out. Teddy trying to do his work. But if I'm against Karma, he's silenced up. He's trying to finish off this Disruptor. More than likely going to get it. But now Hotshot in some trouble. Waxman starting to go off with this Diffusal. Gets 1, gets 2. And looking towards Auto Spotter. Meanwhile, backline, they managed to get Bear Shark. Somehow, Minihammer allowed to do his work with that Aghanim Scepter, and the goo is starting to pile up. King, he needs to get out of there.
Can you get some? Oh my god.
Oh my god, Minihammer, he almost followed them too.
Please don't.
That was crazy.
Oh my god, you see the perfect Doom out from one shot onto
yeah.
He was rendered useless for the whole fight. That was such a good Doom. Dingleberries fighting back They don't want you all over them.
I mean,
Really
this
nice
is
fight from the side.
we mentioned this, right? The addition of the Storm, sure, a lot of silencers, a lot of things that can get in your way, but Teddy, he had the Disruptor's hands full. The Static Storm that was so important in keeping many of these heroes at bay was just used on the Storm to the sidelines, and no one was really threatening him. Right, he had full liberty to chase that Disruptor, continue the fight on, and Wax, he did get a double kill, but it didn't end up mattering because Mini Hammer, standing there with full HP, just gunking them up with that axe.
Mini Hammer is queuing the BKB next. Imagine this BB when he's not getting rolled on and getting stunned all the time.
Yeah.
Imagine, he's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be a raid boss all through.
Yeah, I mean, you really just need this BKB. I mean, you really just need this Doom out on Bear Shark. Bear Shark does way too much work in these fights. You can't let him play the game.
Vax is really closing on. The Silver.
Oh.
That is going to be a really big hard fight for Vax. Oh, he zips in.
Oh,
Zips in.
Teddy.
Oh, no mana on Teddy.
Teddy.
No mana on Teddy.
The roll. Where's the save? They need help. He's just gonna get destroyed here. What can you do? On to Teddy. Where's the backup? Teddy. Oh no, Teddy's gonna go down. The Stomp is there though. But these are tanky boys. Buyback from this Storm Spirit. They want to take a fight. But already retreating the side of Team 7. Auto Spotter cleaned up on the back line. And the global, it's not the global. It's not available. It's available now. He needs to pop it. He has that ultimate, but it's not enough at the moment. Finally throws it out. But is it too late here? The side of the Dingleberry lineup is already falling low. And Bear Shark, he's doing his work. Teddy, not a lot of HP to work with, but he finishes off King. Waxman now, Shadow Bladed up, wants to finish off the Storm, gets that kill, that's a dieback. Now it's a 2v2. Finally, the Doom out onto Bear Shark, but it seems like it's too late. Mini Hammer, a sliver of HP, trying to dodge away, but now Waxman versus Mini Hammer. The inhibit is there, and chasing down Mini Hammer. Yeah, he still has one Soul Ring available. Waxman, the pounce in one. The roll, Bear Shark looking for him, but no more remnants. No slow available. And what a bloodbath! Oh, dude, this.
So unfortunate. Oh,
Dude.
the tip coming in. They just tip Teddy because
Yikes!
that was the dieback.
Dude, this is
Yikes.
this game is absolutely insane. They've just gone back and forth, just slugs. It's actually crazy. I mean, Waxman, he's definitely found his way back into the game, even if it's just a slight bit. Racking up that permanent edgy now and finding his targets on the back lines. Very nicely done. It was a very rough early game for this slap, but he's finding his way back.
Seems like Waxman holds some sort of grudge against Mini Hammer for the lane, man. He's
Yeah.
just going on him again and again, even though there are other heroes that can be gone on, but he's
Yeah.
just going on BB all along. Now that he has the Silver Edge, he shouldn't have that big of a problem just going on BB.
Yeah, I mean, there is an argument to be made, right? Because BB, as much as he is tanky, that just means he's gonna be a sponge for all these Essence Shift stack steals for you. You can really rack those up real quick because BB, he ain't going anywhere. Teddy, Teddy, he's in Static Storm. He doesn't have a BKB. Where's the backup? Teddy goes down again. And now the Pit King with a beautiful Fiend's Gate to catch them on the back line. Techno Viking pull back into the clutches of the Pit. And no shot. I mean, King, he's just done so well in terms of throwing these Fiend Gates out. Fiend's Gates out, sorry.
Green Dude's
Teddy
top
just
spin
not.
is about to
I
get
mean,
knocked
they
over.
had vision there though.
Yeah.
How could they just dived? They still dived. That was a lack of judgment from Teddy.
I mean, more than anything, you take a look at Teddy's items, he needs a BKB. He can't afford to just run, like, yeah, he's just going completely naked in these fights with these aggressive items. Sure, they help you with the damage, but you can't play the game. And right now, they're just...
ISR is very good, but bro, it's not helping you against all these heroes who can just punish you for
Yeah.
not having a BKB, man.
Yeah, he started out with that Falcon Blade, right? It's really doubling into the auto attack build, but it's not working out for him here. He's just died 3 times in a row at this point. They smoke up though. They have the global. Doom in 1 second. It's available. BKB is available. This could be the big fight that they need. This could be the opening, and they need to find it now. The scan comes out from the side of Team 7, and they bite their time. Mini Hammer running forward. They see each other. What can you do? Immediate vendetta. They're walking up to the high ground though. I don't know whether this is where you want to be. Auto Spotter just gonna go down. Techno Viking caught it. Static Storm. And meanwhile, come out the backside. But Doom out onto what looks like King. Bear Shark, he's still allowed to play this fight at the moment as King. He's suffering a little bit, but Hotshot, he's just getting the full brunt of Waxman's shift right now. Mini Hammer next on the list as Teddy rolled up upon Bear Shark. Not Doom means that he's free to go crazy this fight. The Pit gonna keep Teddy in place, and this Storm Spirit doesn't have much left longer to live. Mini Hammer forced to deny himself to the Roche as the only survivor is Teddy, but it's gonna be a bitter one as they just hit straight back for the Roche.
From Waxman doing the job?
Oh my
Mini
lord.
Invincible and just like try to frontline there, but the break, Waxman takes away 70% of his HP. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
He came in, back out. Really
I mean,
good
you-
pickup for-
Yeah, and I really like this kind of approach to the fight, right? Because exactly like what you said, even though the Bristle still has HP, you haven't killed him yet, but he's at a point where he's solo HP, he can't commit back into the fight. No spell lifesteal, no bloodstone. Forced to go into the BKB, which was a huge pickup for this Bristleback, but still, once his health goes past a certain range, he can't just run back into the fight. There's too much AoE damage coming out from this Underlord, you know, the Bear Shark Earth Spirit, and Waxman, you know, he's had a rough one, but he's really clawed his way back into this game now.
Yeah, for sure. You can see the lack of auras on the side of Dingleberry just hitting them hard. Because
Yeah.
all of their teammates just die. On side of Team 7 though, they have so many auras with the Unlord and stuff. Karma survived that whole fight. Storm Spirit just got kited so hard. Even with the Glimmers. Really good Glimmers pick up on Karma.
Yeah, I think one thing I want to point out as well is, you know, we talked about it a little bit. We're talking about this carry Doom, a lot of disruption with their ultimate in the fight, and a lot of ability to just kind of manifest gold out of nothing. But when you have a second carry in Mini Hammer who's going for these greedy, self-centric items, you need someone to get the auras. If not, you're just not going to match up in these fights. We're seeing that come into effect. Even though this King Underlord got doomed, he's just there. He's so tanky and difficult to bring down, and he's just still contributing to the fight. It's... I mean, you're missing...
A shot for dooming the Underlord. That was
Yeah.
a really good doom. But they just didn't have the follow-up. Everyone
Yeah.
on their team was just dying. Especially the Silencer. I don't think I've seen the Silencer survive one fight.
Yeah, and this is actually something I wanted to talk about. I mean, Techno Viking, yes, he does play a very big role in terms of throwing that Global Silence out, but it feels like fight after fight, he's found himself in sticky situations, a bit too close to the action. Both these supports, we were commending them for their early game plays, but Otter Spotter, it feels like they've just set their eyes on him. He doesn't have a defensive item at the moment, and he's really suffering because of it.
Yes, the Teddy has BKB now, so that is a relief. Hopefully he tries to just like, oh my god, last fight, I just forgot to point this out, none of them carry the dust. They have Neeks, they have Glimmers on fire.
Yeah.
You have to carry dust, guys.
Yeah, the dust all left in the backpacks. And the only people with detection were the supports who just died instantaneously. I mean, you're running around completely blind on these 3 cores if you're not carrying your own detection here. It's just looking rough. I mean, it's not as bad as last game. And last game was a one-way sweep, but at this point in time, it's still not looking ideal, I'd say.
I mean, kill-wise, you are pretty even, so Dingleberry still have hope. I think the aura, the pipe will be a really big addition to Mini Hammer, so I'm really keen to seeing that. But right now, Team 7 really are playing them up really well. They're just going for ganks when they can, feeling themselves, power spikes and stuff. The break coming on from Waxman is really big. Now Glimmer on the side of Karma as well, just hiding out the storm. Everything for Team 7 is going really well.
Yo, green dudes.
Absolutely here. I mean, Team 7, they're definitely feeling themselves at this point in time. King already seizing up that Shiva's Guard in around 500 gold with the way they're knocking down these towers might be
As
faster.
I told you, the Spirit Vessel and the Shiva's Guard are going to fuck the BB so hard.
Yeah,
Really
I mean,
good pick up if they do it.
this BB, he's finally doubling back for the auras, looking at the pipe now, but it's 30 minutes into the game and your tier 3 is being knocked at.
Something bad is happening.
What is the response here coming out from Dingleberries? How do they answer this push?
Dire structures are
Has
fortified.
completed his Scardy, man.
Dire's
He is
top tower is
quite
under
far.
attack.
He has the Scardy now. The Scardy is really good against BB because he's gonna want to like just heal up with the Vanguard and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just
Especially
also
against-
really good against the Doom, right?
Yeah, the Doom as well.
Oh, Bear Shark was looking for an angle on the sidelines. Found Otter Spotter, but not through the trees. The shot comes out. What can you do? Mind Flare up onto Mini Hammer. He's still trying to hold the front line.
Slowly. Oh, he's going on the Underlord. The Underlord might just like die here. Oh, really?
No,
Like,
I
pushback
mean,
coming up the
still
water?
very tanky here. BKB running in. Mini Hammer trying to go in, but he doesn't have detection again. The sentry coming a bit too late, and now Waxman, he's gonna try and do his work. The pounce out onto Mini Hammer, just to roll in, and here comes Big Bad Bear Shark. Huge impale into Static Storm. What can you do? Bye bye, Mini Hammer. There comes the Doom onto Bear Shark, though. They're trying to turn it back around, but they don't have the resources to survive. All of them are just so low, and the glimpse back, hold shot, Nidalee gonna go down. Sniped from the center of his base. Here comes the roll through. They finished off. What can you do? Nicely done from Teddy, but Teddy, he's caught without mana, and there's no more hope for this poor Storm Spirit.
Waxman with the diffuse. Burns all the mana from Teddy. This is really sad. They will have to give up the racks. They still can fight, but they will have to give up these racks for sure.
Yeah.
That was such an insane fight, man. Like the impale on the four guys.
Yeah.
What can you do? And Bearshot just jumping in. The pit as well. Karma again with the glimmer and the kiting. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it really just feels like...
playing support. He's just kiting the hell out of the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, he's really just kind of wrapping his kinetic field around the Storm Spirit like a dog on a leash, right? Any single time you try and come in, you're gonna suffer for it. And Karma has made him pay every single time, living up to his name a little bit here. Now,
you see the Silver Edge coming in clutch again.
Yeah.
Once Mini Hammer is just broken, he just can't do anything.
The thing is, Mini Hammer doesn't really have a choice, right? Either he commits to the fight or not, but the second he's in, he's gonna get Silver Edged and then broken, and there's not much else he can do. He's just trying to spew out as much gunk as he can, but King paying no mind to it, just keep... Yeah, not a single... I'm looking at the fucks that he has to offer. There's not a single one. Techno Viking popping that Aeon Disc. Nicely done. Bear Shot right on his back. And now Mini Hammer. Where did this HP go? This is a strength hero. This was supposed to be your carry. Oh, wow. Just evaporated.
4,000 HP. What the fuck?
Yeah, Bear Shot is looking so monstrous on this Earth Spirit. There's a reason why they banned it out first phase, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what you're seeing here. Just a team that is so familiar with their signature picks. Hotshot Nilily forced to pop the BKB. The roll not gonna connect. Teddy could look for an angle, but still doesn't have the BKB. How can you take a fight without the BKB? I mean, at this point, sell your Falcon or some shit. You need it.
Yeah, Mini Hammer is gonna come back in 10 seconds. I don't know if he can fight this guy.
I mean, they're certainly gonna have to try. They still haven't called GG just yet. Perhaps gonna look for one last hurrah.
The Shiva is done on King as well. This is, oh my god, the Team 7 is just hitting the Titan timings, and it's clearly showing in the fights.
Yeah. I mean, it just feels like they've been hitting more than item timings. They've been hitting their spells on the head, landing these beautiful combos with the nicks, with the impales, these pits, just keeping them at bay. They've just done a wonderful job. And they have firm control of this game now.
Yeah. Well, Teddy's trying... Oh, he's just using that. Oh, the spike guy, I knew he was going to.
Okay, on to Techno Viking, nice impale, and now this poor silencer, no more Aeon Disc. Global Silence comes out too little too late though. He has a buyback, but at this point, what are you buybacking for? King, just hitting away at these towers, no cares in the world.
I think Mini Hammer is feeling this. He's the only one who gets front line at this point.
They're going in, another stun. What can you do? He might have gone a bit too far. He's in a bit of trouble. He's gonna try and wheel away, but not gonna survive. No buyback on this Fixed Assassin. They're trying to put out one last fight, but now Hotshot forced to go away. No more BKB. They are doing some damage on the Bear Shot, but Teddy, not a lot of mana to work with, and Hotshot needs to get out. He can't. And Mini Hammer trying his best to stand strong and fight, but with that Spirit Vessel on him, he's punching away on the Bear Shot, but here comes Waxman, and the break. Breaking the Bristleback, breaking their chances at coming back in this game. And what else do you have to offer? Straight on to Karma again. They might just get one kill, grab the Disruptor for themselves.
He's so pissed off. Karma has been hiding him the
A
whole
little bit of a consolation prize, like you said, but that's all you're gonna get.
Team 7 has Megas now. It's really hard. Oh, Andalan might have stepped too far now. Really?
Trying to go in, yeah, I mean, maybe a bit overextended. King, he is tanky, but he's dropping lower and lower, and he is gonna go down. So there is a lot of gold going the way of the side of Dingleberry, but they are against Mega Creeps, and they don't really have the best heroes.
Sad from that one bit, they force out the Doom buyback.
Yeah, it's a huge investment, and I mean, the gold disparity is, it's still 20k up towards the favor of Team 7. They can just very much regroup, get the Roshan.
Is feeling the pressure, guys. I mean, he's the only one who's going in, and once he goes in, if he can't pop his BKB, he's pretty much dead.
Yeah. I mean, even if he does pop his BKB, at this point it's 6 seconds. You only got 6 seconds to do work, and I mean, Bristleback not really known for the burst.
Karma, I'd like to point this out. Disruptor has ads now.
Oh,
this
yikes.
is really
Alright. I mean, the Storm's gonna come flying in straight into his demise. That's what's gonna happen right here. Karma just biding his time here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them just head straight for the Roche and finish things off.
The Roche is up. Waxman is going for the Roche. His team is going to be joining soon.
Yep.
How do you take these fights anymore? You can't really def against Megas. I mean, Mini Hammer is a really good Megas defender, but that's just one hero, right? You don't have a lot of heroes on your team who can just like def Megas.
Yeah. Quick pause coming out. Seems like there's a bit of disconnection issues on Karma. Apparently, according to Waxman, this is very normal. So
Waxman is just like, I want to go home, guys. This can we just end this game?
yeah,
Just
he's
wants to
like,
end
can you
the
guys
game
come to
quick."
this Roche? Then his hard support disconnects. Like, oh my god, come on, guys.
Waxman is just feeling himself. He picks up the axe after getting 3 core items. You
Yeah.
know, he just wanted the silhouette so bad. He's just punishing Mini Hammer for the laning he had.
Yeah.
He died in the lane like 5 times. He's just like taking all of that back.
Oh wow.
Can we see the win probability from?
Of course, it's 1%.
99% for Team 7. Even Dota Plus knows that this game is a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's just felt really unfortunate. I think this game, more than the last game though, there were moments where it felt like, you know, maybe Dingleberries had something going for them. We were talking about Teddy putting on a Sumail-like performance, but maybe not the Sumail of his prime. Maybe the Sumail of like maybe recent times. Has a bit more
Yes.
has a bit more flair to him for sure, but really can't match up against the cohesion that Team 7 have. It's just looks so strong.
Yeah, as I said, Thierry has a really good early game. Kudos to him for just performing so well on the hero. But now you can just like feel like he isn't having the impact that he wants. Maybe
Yeah.
the axe that he's queued up right now might compensate for that. I would really love to see like some 3-man or 4-man Warwick 6. Especially after
Radiant's
you
middle
see
tower
Team
is
7
under
is
attack.
playing so together. You can see them just like blocking up, so the axe pickup on the storm might be really good after all.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I don't know whether they can even approach this Roche. It's very slow on the side of Team 7, but I don't know whether you can even inch out with the Mega Creeps just threatening your base, right? That's kind of...
Yeah, I don't think you can, guys. Oh, you see Mini Hammer queuing the Bloodstone. I think you needed to make that a bit earlier, mate. Not right now. It's a bit too late now.
Okay.
Oh, Mini Hammer getting gone on.
He doesn't have mana for TP.
Oh. Okay, do you want to use the Brit? We could probably just like hit and
Styles did Roche.
kill the BB. Oh,
Yeah,
they do
I honestly found that a bit weird because I thought that out of everybody in the team, wouldn't it be Mini Hammer who can solo all these Megas? Instead, they put 4 people here trying to deal with the wave, and Mini Hammer's just out on his own lonesome. That might come back to bite him as he's caught out here. If he dies, I mean, it's might as well just be curtains. What can you do? Looking for an angle.
Can you do
Uh-oh.
has blink?
Oh, he's got to find them. The Impale onto Techno Viking. Aeon is available. The roll through. Bear Shark trying to find somebody. Can't grab anyone. Techno Viking caught in between a rock and a hard place, quite literally.
That was so sad. Tech was just
Yeah, and the pullback.
Auto
Auto
gets caught
spotter.
as well. Auto gets caught as well. The Disruptor just glimpse, man. Glimpse.
Yeah. They're trying to end the game here. 3v5 situation. They have one buyback with the Silencer and the Global. They're gonna have to make their last fight count here. The roll in, the buyback from the Silencer. We're just waiting for it to happen. BKB already popped from Mini Hammer. Looking for an opening here. Teddy, hot shot, gets immediately stopped. But the Doom onto Bear Shark. But Teddy might be some trouble. This could be the fight that they're looking for. What can you do? First one to go down, but Waxman still standing strong. Ogre Seal Totem gonna keep him alive, but Techno Viking not quite as lucky. And Waxman is starting to ramp up all the stolen edgy. One by one, straight onto Mini Hammer, kicking him back into the clutches of the team of Team 7. And there's no chance. Teddy, the refresh, the stuns, and that is gonna be over. Good game, well played is called, and Team 7, a bit more of a fight here from Dingleberries in the second one, but really, Team 7 had it written and dusted.
A really closer one than the first game. Kudos to Dingleberries for playing the early game so well. But you know, the Underlord is getting all the auras, the Silver Edge on the Slark, Disruptor with the Glimmer. Everything just fell into place for the side of Team 7.
Yeah. For sure,
Really
I mean,
nice victory for Team 7.
yeah, I think Overall, you know, it was a bit of a shaky start. Both teams went blow for blow. There were a lot of swings, but it really felt like things started turning around when Waxman could actually contribute to the fight. And I think Bear Shark, his item progression was just perfect, right? He went for that Spirit Vessel to push the tempo early on, and then went for that BKB. And ever since then, he just rolled forward and never looked back. It felt like he was borderline invulnerable in the fights. Even in the one fight that it felt like Dingleberry stood a chance, it was because Hotshot just doomed that Earth Spirit and took him out of the fight the entire way. And only then they slowly peeled apart Team 7. But really nicely done there. And I
really
think
nicely done.
we're going to try and set up for an interview here.
Can we get 2 guys from each team? Or
Two
maybe
guys
it's
from
like-
each team. Okay.
Oh, just one guy from each.
Okay.
I mean, you can do 2 if you want. There'll be a lot of people talking though, so.
Yeah, usually in my experience, I just interview the winning team. But
Oh, we can do that. We can do that. 2
Uh,
people from the winning team then.
okay. Let's see.
That game was such a delight to watch, guys. It was so good. I don't think I've seen that game in a while. I would watch that replay if I could.
Yeah, to be fair, it was so chaotic, honestly.
Yeah, it was really.
It was
chaotic,
actually
yeah.
so chaotic.
We try to do one per team.
1 person from each team.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We can do that.
Or two per
Okay,
one.
I
also.
think we
He
got
has-
Mini Hammer. He just needs to join this voice chat. Let's just see.
Can we do like one at a time? Can we do like one team at a time, please?
Sure, sure.
It's gonna
Okay.
be-
Yeah, looks like we already have some of the winners with us. Congratulations, Gustavo as well as Bear Shark.
Congratulations,
Very, very well played. Yeah, I mean, how are you guys feeling? I mean, this kind of felt like the first game felt like you guys just rolled over them. Second game, Bear Shark, you got your hands on your signature Earth Spirit from what I hear, and it just kind of felt like as soon as you got the BKB, it was over. How do you guys feel after that series?
To be honest, we were thinking that they were quite strong, like from their previous games, and we were looking forward to playing them. So we actually have multiple Earth Spirit players on our team, so that's why it's good to be able to draft around that.
Right.
I think it's clear though. You have level 30 Earth Spirit. You get to pick it, man.
Nah, dude, we have I think Kama plays a pretty good Earth Spirit as well. I think we brought it out in one of the earlier games, and I think EIA also knows how to play Earth Spirit. So yeah, it helps us definitely with the drafting flexibility. Like, so when we pick Earth Spirit, you never know who's gonna play it.
I mean, at this point, if this is the performance that we get from your mid-Earth Spirit, I hope you play it every single time. But yeah, with that being said, anything sort of stick out to you about game number 1? Because it felt like game number 1, you guys just rolled over them real quick. Were you guys expecting that sort of game to pan out that way from the draft?
I think their draft. I'm not sure how they intended to draft with the. Maybe they were thinking to counter the monkey too hard. I felt that that they didn't really have a strong enough team fight. So once we stick together and fight, then just felt like they couldn't do anything.
Right. I think earlier on, I believe it was Waxman who was the one casting with me. He told me that, you know, the Monkey King mid is a bit of a specialty of yours as well. We were the whole way in the draft, we were thinking, oh, you know, they're gonna get the Monkey mid. They're gonna get the Monkey mid. And then in the end, you just last picked that Queen of Pain. Maybe you can tell me a bit about what that what that thought process was.
Yeah, I think as soon as we saw their LC, they picked up LC pretty early, and then we just decided that MK was since they already reviewed their offlaner, so it was pretty safe to pick Monkey unless they do some kind of weird carry LC or support LC. I think MK into LC was always a more favorable matchup, so we could pick it early, and then we had the option to flex it as well.
Sure. So what sort of made it when you realized it was gonna be a LC offlane? Is that why you're like, okay, you know what, I'll save the last pick for the mid counter pick instead?
Yeah, I think that was the idea behind it. So we just had as many options as we could to flex, which is what's good about this team, because we have many players that play multiple roles, and so certain signature heroes may not be you may not see certain players on the heroes that they are well known for as well.
Wow, okay, yo, I don't know if you're seeing this, but you got a lot of fans in chat saying that G is Giga Chad, Hakuna Mavodka. You got your whole gang. I believe we have King MA. I don't know. Should I call you King or should I call you Gustavo? Fring.
Just call me King.
Okay, just call you King. Nice to meet you, man. I mean, you played such a solid off lane throughout both games. Did you have? I'm not gonna lie to you. No disrespect to your gameplay or anything, but it seemed like you were playing without a single thought in mind. You just stood there, were tanky, bought auras, and fucked them up. Is that true?
That is mental damage for them. Kill me all you want. Yeah. Kill me
Yeah.
all you want. My team will kill you. I got boys, you know.
Yeah, you got your boy, you got them, you got your boys with you. I mean, I did want to commend you because I felt like in game number 2, you did, you had a lot of very flexible plays with that Underlord Fiend's Gate. You kept finding the backline with those stinky pits, and it's just, man, it was rough for them.
I think you have to commend our disruptor. His ulti is so clutch, and
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah, your support's really pulled out. And this, what can you
Yeah.
do, guy? He's actually monstrous.
Yeah, we were just
He's
talking about that.
crazy.
Karma actually pulled off, like, Storm Spirit tried to go on Karma every time. Because as he is, like, he'll go on the supports, right? And Karma just Glimmer caped every time and just kited the fuck out of the Storm Spirit.
Yeah,
That was so good.
He's crazy. Dude, our supports are crazy.
yeah, your
It
support's,
makes our game so easy.
it definitely,
also-
yes,
I
go
want to
ahead.
shout out the EIA Nyx Glimmer Cape as well. This guy is giga big brain, dude. Like, I don't think they expected to have the second Glimmer Cape from the Nyx as well. I think no one really buys that shit on Nyx, so I thought, like, that's big, super big brain from him.
Yeah, we were pointing out multiple times, you know, their calls were really, like, Mini Hammer, especially on that Bristle, is really trying to run you down, then suddenly you can't see you, it's like, shit, my supports are dead. Like, where I got no fucking vision, what do I do now? But yeah, I mean, overall, it seems like you know some of the members on this other team very well. Talk to me about that relationship. Do you guys play together very often? Do you guys know each other?
I think Teddy, the opponent mid laner, he was. I was in a previous other leagues with him, so I've played with and against him a
Right.
couple of times. But yeah, it's only in the league setting though. I don't think we've really seen each other very much
Right.
outside of the league. So not
Having-
really all too familiar with them, honestly.
I mean, having this history with Teddy in particular, I mean, he's your lane opponent, right? Is there anything that you sort of knew, you know, you play this guy for a long time, you know how he's going to be thinking or how he's going to be acting? Was there anything that stood out to you, or was it just kind of like, okay, you know, we're facing off again?
I know that he plays a lot of the Spirit Heroes mid, so
Mm-hmm.
when we were thinking about that in the draft, I just thought that, you know, if we were to flex the monkey mid in game 1, it's good against all except Storm Spirit, so it was always gonna be an okay matchup in my favor. And for the second game, I thought of Spirit just does quite comfortably into Storm or Void Spirit if he decided to pick it.
Okay. So, you know, do you have any questions for our beautiful winners here?
I definitely have some questions. Just a couple of questions, guys. I know you guys are tired from the games, so yeah, I just a couple of questions. Bearshark, did you expect to go against a Grandmaster tier mid laner yourself? You can see the Earth Spirit Grandmaster tier versus the Storm Spirit Grandmaster tier. How did that feel?
Not gonna lie, I think my laning needs a bit of work. I feel like in both games I kind of got dumpstered mid a little bit during the laning phase. Yeah, but yeah, Teddy's definitely a very strong laner, and I think maybe it's because of synergy. I played with King before, and I think we've played the most out of any team in this league so far. So maybe our team's synergy helped us to perform a bit better. But yeah, definitely I respect Teddy as a mid laner.
Yeah, we could see that. We were so excited about the Grandmaster tier show off. Level 30 was level 30. Yeah, for sure. One last question before we just go to the other team. So Dingleberries were having a really good early game, right? Like they were just like running at you guys, like getting kills. I think they were up to like 14 kills, and you guys was like at 5 at one point of the game. What was the mindset that your team had that allowed you guys to come back from such a big lead on Dingleberries? Because we saw Dingleberries had like a net worth lead of like 4K at 15.
Bro, Dingleberries, excuse my French, but Dingleberries were fucking wax, man, left, right, and center. This slug was having such a rough game. I was like, okay, you know, I mean, Bearshark's looking not too bad. Gustavo Fring's looking okay, but this slug, I don't know where he finds his net worth. I mean, what is the... How did you guys come back from that shit?
Okay, I think I think we still have a lot of work to do as a team because I felt that a lot of the deaths and team fights that we lost were kind of needless. Like when we were pushing towards the, we were always trying to force their safe lane tower down, right? And we weren't completely in sync such that I wasn't able to rotate before they initiated. So that means that they can just TP heroes in and outnumber us. So we kind of had to like fail a few times to get through the mindset of, okay, you guys gotta stop doing that, you gotta play together. And I think for most of the game we were playing 4v5 because we needed a slug to catch up. So once he was able to join the fights and get a few key kills, then from then on it's just how we play in the mid game and how we move around the map, which I think is what we're strongest at.
Okay, okay. Well, I think I'm done with my questions. Do you have anything more for them?
I am done. I am gonna leave you guys alone now because those were tiring games, man.
Yeah.
Have fun, boys.
Yeah.
We'll see you in
That's
another
fine.
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See you
thanks for
guys
having
again.
us.
Yeah,
Okay.
You guys are amazing. Next question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, let's hop over to the other voice channel.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Mr. Mini Hammer, hello.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you. I believe this is the first time we are speaking, but well played in the games. I know those were a couple of rough ones, but I think game 2 in particular, you guys really put on quite a good fight there. How do you feel after that series?
No feelings really, I guess. Just normal.
Okay. It was a bit of game 1 was a bit rough. I always ask this, but I'm just curious because it differs from team to team, right? After, facing off against what I would consider a bit of a beat down in game number 1, how do you guys sort of recover from that?
Just try to adjust the draft and try and talk. I think our team's weakness is I don't think a lot of the guys are used to this patch.
Right.
And they kind of drip feed away a bit too much gold early game, and then the game just kind of gets out of control.
Right.
You can't really play from behind in this patch. It's like a lot harder.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've definitely felt that in game number 1.
I think that was not really a problem for you guys. Pardon me, but I think you guys really had a good early game. You guys were just running at them. Teddy just like zipping in. Hotshot was just using his dooms when he had it up. Order with like amazing bushwhacks, and yeah, you guys were just having a really good early game. So what do you think went wrong in mid to late game for you guys?
What, in game 2?
Yes, yeah.
Just again, I guess team cohesion. I'm not really trying to slander my team here, but we're still relatively new. Drip feeding away gold still. Itemization was a bit wrong, and people not stepping up or not coordinating properly in the mid game team fights. They have a very good mid player, and Underlord is very, very much a meta offlane right now, and they got those in first pick locks. So we needed to keep tempo. My goal this game was just to kind of bully the Slark out of lane, which I think I achieved, and just become a menace in team fights, which again I think I achieved. They had to build Silver Age for me, and I feel like I was doing a lot in fights, but everyone else, I don't know. It was just we were so split up, and they were getting easy picks on our softer supports, whereas we weren't kind of picking theirs.
Okay, so I want to ask, because when you think about I guess Bristleback, I believe this was a pick that was what stage was it picked? Let me just double check here. I think you guys picked it quite early on, right? I mean, this is
it was the second phase. It was 18th pick, if I'm not wrong.
I didn't show it in the first phase because I didn't want them to pick something like Viper.
Right. Yeah, I'm just curious because at that point you already sort of you've seen their first few picks with the Earth Spirit and the Underlord. What's the thought process here behind Bristleback? Because it kind of feels to me like, Bristleback up against Underlord and Earth Spirit, these are two chunky boys they might not necessarily be able to muscle down.
Yeah, so again, first game, I think I played a good game, but LC needs help, at least early on. So when the enemy team was heading gold, I had and they're sticking together as 5, I had no opportunity to jump. So with an LC, I can do less. But if I'm a Bristleback, it doesn't matter how much we're behind or how poorly people are doing. I can just walk forward and start to get them to focus me and not die as fast.
Right. So would you say this is more of like a gut reaction from the first game? Because I think one of the key problems that myself and I think Wax, because he was casting, it felt like you guys didn't really have the ability to make anything happen or start these fights. So Bristleback's kind of the opposite end of that, right? You can walk in and just force them to get on you. Is that what the thought was?
Basically, yeah. I just wanted to try and up the tempo and play something that allows me to 1v5 if I can stay ahead.
Okay, so I'm just curious. Last little question from me here. Game number 2, right? You guys did make some good adjustments. I think pointed out you guys had a pretty stellar early game. You guys were running them down, putting them in bad places. If you had to make one adjustment, whether it's a pick, whether it's something, one particular fight, is there any moment that sticks out to your mind as one where you're like, okay, if we just changed something here, we would have been off to a lot better of a position?
I think if we just stuck together, it's that patch, right? Like, it was the game plan early game, but then after we kind of won the early game, everyone just kind of like spread out again and were doing their own things, and that just allowed Nyx to get picks, it allowed Underlord to use his gate, so we kind of lost any kind of lead we had, and then from there it was just snowballed out of control.
Okay. Thank you for weighing in on that. I know, a bit of a 2-game slog, but I appreciate you taking time for this interview anyway. You got any questions for Mini Hammer here?
Yeah, we were just talking from the casters. I think you went for the early ags with the BKB on BB. We were just talking, me and Perma. Do you think you should have went for auras early? Because in fights we could see Techno Viking Order and a lot of your friends just dying out, because you can see Underlord just has queued up all the auras, and you guys really don't have any auras because Doom is going for the Octo himself. You're going for the Axe yourself, though. So did that bite you guys in the back?
No, Underlord's playstyle is a lot different. He just kind of wants to sit on his root and sit in his reign, and just kind of like hit everyone with atrophy. Whereas Bristleback doesn't function as a hero if you rush the auras as fast, because that wasn't my plan of playing Bristle, because I can be an aura bot, but then our team is still lacking. Nyx can burst someone from 0, even with auras. That's not going to help. So I wanted to be able to run at them properly with a BKB and Ags, which again, like the earlier fights when I got a really early Ags, I was getting maximum nasal stacks on basically the whole team and causing a lot of chaos, and they had to like adjust for that. Whereas if I just went for like an earlier pipe, I just don't see it making as much of an impact.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair point. One last question for you guys, because it's been a long series. Walk me through you guys picked Doom carry, right? It was Doom +1.
So that our position 1 player hot shot. So we sometimes play both lanes. So I can play 1, he can play 1. Normally when he plays 1, from all of the previous series we've had, I feel one of our issues is his mindset might be a little bit more previous patch to this patch. And I was asking him during the draft, I want you to play something more tempo. I don't want you to sit on the side jungles, and because if you look back at any of our statistics of our previous games, he played like Alchemist and Anti-Mage and some other heroes where they just kind of were farming and not really like getting involved, whereas the enemy team was sticking as 5. So I just said, what can you play that you want to fight with? And this is what we landed on.
Yeah, for sure. That worked out. I would agree with you. That worked out really well for you guys in the early game. You could just see the Doom coming back on. You guys took a fight at the bot tower, and you guys ended up like just team wiping them. I think you guys killed 4 of them, and even Berserk died in the fight.
So it was basically, it was like Doom the immortal player, and hopefully you can't like dance around and style on everyone. So that was kind of the game plan.
Yeah. I agree with you. Good job, guys. That's all the questions that is from me.
All right, well,
I hope
thanks.
you guys have a good series, the next one.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thanks for streaming. I know it's a lot of work and stuff and a lot of time, so I appreciate you guys taking the time to stream for us.
Of course. Thank you for having us, and thank you for the games. I think that's about it for me. I think that's about it for all of us, actually. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for turning out to support your friends. This is my first time casting this league, so quite excited to see more. But you got any closing words for people watching or everyone?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I've had a really good time casting with Perma. we might just be a co-caster duo if you want.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
If the boys enjoy the casting,
Okay,
let us
okay.
know. We'll cast more further games in the future for you guys. Peace.
Okay, cool. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna just